All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. Okay, hang on a second. We can get this going. So I got two instruments here, a mandolin and my 200-year-old lionhead violin. I love this thing, it's so beautiful. I will be taking this one out again to perform with it live at some point. I'm working on something now. I'm working on a song called King by Evoluti. And it's really hard. What is the lady's name? Nicole Asberg or whatever. And the drummer is Merlin something. And I don't know, Kriegel is the lead singer. The song's about 10 years old. But it's a death metal song, folk metal song. And it's got the most wicked dynamic between the drums, the flute, and the violin. It's so good. Even if you're not into that kind of song, it's just like speed violin on there. She does such a good job. I'm trying to learn that part. It's very, very hard. But I'm also trying to learn how to play and sing the violin at the same time. Even more difficult. So it could be a long while before I get there. But the mandolin, ow, die. Still, it rained today, so I don't know. It was like sunshine for 5 minutes, rain. I was supposed to go finish painting a door today, and it didn't work out today. But anyway, the mandolin. Okay, this one's tuned at proper pitch here. This violin, because of the old pegs, and I refuse to change the pegs because of the history of it. It's tuned a little bit lower, but normally you could learn a lot of things on the mandolin and then transition it over to the violin. So a lot of mandolin players can eventually transition to the violin. However, because you don't have frets on this, the spacing is not identical. But the sheet music will be the same if you could start doing the sheet music. But they both give you something different, and I really do like the mandolin because I've already got like a whole set list. Let's see if I can get something going here, just to give you an idea. Don't judge it by the pitch. Just judge it by the actual what I'm playing there. I guess this pick will do. Not perfectly played there, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. So now, that's how it sounds on there. See what I can do with this. So you can see, you can practice it on that and then kind of get an idea of where to bring it over to here, right? And what that does for you, number one, you're learning two instruments, but what else it does for you is it gives you a different dynamic on how you might do it, Something like that. I got a barking dog, gonna have to... So on this, it'd be like something, whatever I just played there. So you're not going to play it exact, but you get the idea that you could work the two of them together. It'll help you with your songwriting in the sense of, I got to go let my dog in. That'll help you with your songwriting if you let your dog in whenever your dog barks, because that's what dogs do. I don't know why the dogs do that, but that's what they do. It's just their job. And the reason why I don't have the door wide open for my dog to get in and out is because all the mosquitoes are going to come in and out. Poor baby. There you go, my dog. So the point of this video is just kind of like how using crossover instruments can help you not only with like songwriting and stuff like that, but it also helps you when you go into a band and you just work on your part, and that's fine. But when you understand what the other guy's doing because you've played that instrument, you can understand what he's trying to do. You can work on a better dynamic. In fact, last night from the making of this video, there was a jam I did with a bunch of friends last year, the year before, whatever it was. And it was like one of those memories, and he shared it on my Facebook. And I said, "Oh, dude, we got to do that again." And we were doing, what were we doing? what's happening with my GoPro here. Hang on, hopefully it's still going. Oh. I think it's still going. Yeah, okay, it's still going, sorry. Sometimes there when you play around... Oh, I know what happened. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so... Alright, so this video might come out kind of weird. But this is a GoPro Hero 7, and if you touch the screen while you're recording, it does weird things. Okay, yeah, so I'm messing up my camera, so hopefully this video will come out. If not, I'll do it again. But anyway, the point I'm making is that you can get, a lot of different dynamics out of just understanding how the other instrument works in coordination with yours. And sometimes it's easy to learn from one instrument to the next. For example, if you went from the mandolin to the violin, it might be an easier transition than, whatever, you know what I mean? Because you got frets on this, and you can learn all your positionings on the mandolin first, and then take it to the violin. In fact, a lot of violinists, what they do is they work out the finger work first, and just pluck the thing with the finger, kind of like a... And then they bring in the bow after to get kind of, where am I going to be, and they'll work it, okay, it's this, and... But what they might do is learn it, on the mandolin first, like... Okay, and then it's okay, that's where it is on there, so you just got to find out where that pattern is going to be over there. And it's a bit of work, but you get the idea. That you can use many instruments to cross over and learn how to play better with other instruments by learning multiple instruments. So I know the video kind of went all over the place here. Not what I intended, but I think it's still useful information. So... yeah, there's that. But also too, learning a song or writing a song or whatever, and playing it on different instruments. That's interesting too, where you can, play a song on one instrument, like the guitar, whatever, then translate it to the mandolin, then from the mandolin translate it to that, and you really got 3 different songs playing dynamically different, and that kind of makes you think a little bit different. Strangely enough, although I'm a guitar player, when I record a song on my BR1200, which is behind me, I usually do the bass line first, a lot of times. And a lot of times you can tell if the song was written from the bass player just by how the bass is arranged in the song, where a lot of times when it's a guitar player, the bass usually is pretty dull. When the bass player is the one writing the songs, a lot of times the songs are a little bit more funky and stuff like that. There's a little bit more bass in there. A little busier. If a violinist were to write the song and then everybody kind of go around that, you're going to be going all over the place. Why? Because you can get very many parts out of the way you write with a violin. So it's just different stuff, you know what I mean? And broaden your horizons, all that good stuff. And I guess I'll leave it at that because I kind of lost the plot of where I was going. My dog interrupted me. My camera was doing silly things. So, but yeah, getting a mandolin and a violin is probably, if you can swing it. These aren't the most expensive instruments in the world, but you don't always need that anyway. So I'll leave it at that. All right, there we go.